Everybody, welcome to My Village podcast.
This is Eli.
It looked like you were gonna say something, you nerd.
I was waiting for you.
No, definitely Eli. This is Andy.
And who do we have on today?
With us today is our good friend Dawn.
You can see we're very organized at doing this. We have lots of guests.
My nerves have instantly vanished. I hope you know.
Good.
Yeah, that's
Just keep drinking your White Claw.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, so we have Dawn on this week. She's a very famous, once-in-a-lifetime TikTok star at Nightmare Loki. Like, the most popular person we've ever had on this podcast.
Yep.
Number
Premier
one.
worldwide cosplayer.
Yep.
She's like dominating the world of cosplay.
Stop it!
The nerves are back.
Oh, yeah. They just came back. Yeah.
How dare you? I was fine.
Welcome, Miss
Hello.
Dawn. I'm so excited to see your smiling face. I have not seen you in so long.
I know, it's been too long. For both of you, honestly.
I know.
True. She was shocked when she joined the call and I had a goatee. Yeah,
I mean,
beard, yeah.
It's shocking to most because it's kind of like a porn star's goatee.
No, it's not that bad.
It's bad.
She said it's not that bad. That's not.
Well, no. Here's what I was thinking when I first saw that. I was thinking you would actually make a pretty good Tony Stark cosplayer personally with that. Just bring it up a little bit. I could see you do that. I think that would be pretty dope. But that's just me.
See it. No,
Hey,
if
you want me to be in one of your famous TikToks, I'm down. I'll be
I'm not famous. I'm gonna freaking.
Oh my God.
Whatever.
I have an idea.
Uh-huh.
Dawn, you do Captain Marvel. He'll do Tony Stark. You guys can do some
My
collaboration.
hair's short
there.
and blonde now. I could do
It
Captain
is.
Marvel.
True.
I know.
True.
She's been like on my list, but her suit has a lot of pleather and leather I do not want to wear in the
It
summer.
is.
Leather and leather.
Doesn't look comfortable. It just
No.
doesn't.
No, you almost need to like make it yourself and just mold it to your body so it actually doesn't feel like you're wearing a trash bag. No, 6 trash bags.
Fair.
Nice.
So, like with that, like how do you decide who you're going to cosplay?
I see a person or a character or a design. Mainly it's the character.
Okay.
I'll be watching something go, I want that. I want to make that. I want to be that. It's usually an evolution. Like I'll watch the movie or something like that. This happened with Loki. This is where the Loki came from. In 2011, Thor came out, and I was already a fan of the comic. I already loved Loki and the comics and everything. So I was like, okay, I'll see that movie rendition. I don't know, like it wasn't perfect. Comic nerds never are satisfied. Whoops.
Absolutely. Book nerds, comic nerds, it doesn't matter.
That's the thing. It's like it's never going to be perfect, and I've made peace with that. But I like to see other interpretations. Mm-hmm. So I watched it, and I just really enjoyed the costume design for Thor and the gods of Asgard, and I loved Loki's scheme where they did have the gold horns and they did keep the green. Mm-hmm. But oh man, I watched the movie and went, okay, that was cool. Then I watched it again. And then my brain went, I gotta make Loki for the Avengers premiere in 6 months.
Okay.
Don't do that.
You did it?
I barely did. I hand sewed a whole debauchery of a costume, and the metal pieces were made from fallen gutter. It was extra gutter material from the back of our house.
Oh.
My dad and I found it, we made it, and we tried molding it to the pieces, spray painted it, and then I just attached it and I sewed it onto my costume.
That's amazing.
Oh god, I've learned so much since then. But I tend to do, buy and not buy, but
yeah, one thing that I've noticed just in the few years that I've known you is how much you really have evolved in your cosplay.
Really? You've seen
Like
it?
you see so much progress. Yeah,
Oh,
like every single
definitely.
time you create a character, you see like your makeup gets more refined and
Oh,
your
huh,
costumes get more professional and your
thank
wigs
you.
are amazing. Like
Ah,
it's so cool. So cool to
thank you.
watch.
Yeah,
Thank
and
I
you.
I was curious because you said Loki, you had 6 months to do it and you barely made it. So like, how long does it usually take for you to like put together a costume like that, or any costume really?
So it takes a long time for me because I've never actually learned how to sew on a machine.
Mm-hmm.
I
okay.
hand sew,
Wow.
and
Okay.
I also, and something I always try to state is I will buy it. So I have a big shoulders, big torso, and then big hips, but a
Okay.
tiny waist. So I almost have to get like a men's XL, and then I just have to reshape it to fit my figure.
Mm.
It's
Okay.
annoying, but it's kind of fun at the same time. But that's
Hmm.
why with Piers for Pokemon, I'm planning on making that completely from scratch, the wig, the shorts, the boots, everything, and
That's
enter that into a costume contest actually as contestant who made it, not as a walk on, as they call it. There's all these different things, but I really want to take the extra time that I have this year to actually try
mhm.
and like learn how to make something from literal scratch. Like, here's some
Yeah.
fabric, make pants.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds easy enough, question mark, but
Yeah.
with the right people and the right just patience, I'm really excited to go to that next step.
Definitely. That's awesome. One of my favorite outfits that you ever did was actually it is related. It's in the Thor realm. You did Thor and Loki's sister.
Oh, Hella, you like that
It was so cool. I I think you posted your picture on Instagram, or it might
one?
have
I
been
did.
Facebook. And I think like my mouth literally dropped. I was like, she looks just like her.
No. Really?
Yeah,
Oh my God,
definitely.
you're killing me, Smalls. Oh my God, thank you.
No, that one was really cool to see kind of come to fruition. I think it was also because I think that was right around the time that you and I met. And that
Oh
was
yeah.
also um kind of like the jumping point. I think that was maybe one of the first costumes that I'd seen that you had
Oh
done.
yeah. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm a nerd. I cosplay. And you're like, okay.
Yeah, and then
That's how I
yeah,
imagined it.
you said it like so like yeah, I like I dabble in
I
cosplay, and
don't
then you
like to
post
hype
that,
it.
and I was like, okay, like if you're just dabbling, what's like Dawn going full steam ahead at cosplay?
Right. Yeah, for sure. Especially now because I just pulled up her TikTok as well.
No, no, stop.
6,000 people are following
Stop.
you. That's pretty famous
That's
for this
insane.
podcast.
It is.
I think I'm at like 22 on Twitter.
Twitter's a key place, though. I gave up on Twitter. I still
Girl,
fool around on there, but
I
God,
don't like Twitter.
Twitter
I think I have 60 people following me on Twitter
more
on
than me.
my personal account, and I'm like, I think it's mostly people that I knew at one point in time,
Or
or no,
bots.
or their bots.
Oh, bots. Well, that's the other thing with TikTok for a while that was like bots. And here's the funny thing too. This was, excuse me, last year. Excuse me. That had a lot of bubbles at the end. Um, there would be a lot of bots, and they would comment, and you would go, "Oh God, it's a bot." But I loved these bots. Okay, they would say something super nice on my video. Oh, great, Bakugo cosplay, and it's like from a whole different series that they're complimenting me on, and I just will say thank you. I'm just happy it's a nice comment. I maybe have gotten like two mean comments and they weren't even about me. It's like really weird. I'm not used to that.
And I think that would
I'm,
also be good in general because that would like improve your impression rate as well to help you get shown and like
oh,
recommended too. I
I
mean,
can see
I
that.
know bots are like, obviously don't people you don't want you to like buy bots and things like that. But I mean, if there's bots already out there commenting on your stuff, you know.
Yeah, they randomly went away like in November. I don't know where they all went, and I was so sad because they were like, "Oh, I got a new comment." Click. Oh, nice eyes. Okay.
Okay.
You
Okay.
could always tell it was a bot because it was like copy and paste comments, but I
Yeah.
didn't. I thought they were always just cute.
You're like, thank
Nice
you so
bots.
much. I do have nice eyes. Thank you.
But yeah, no, that app is fun but finicky.
Definitely. So My Village Podcast has a TikTok, which we haven't done anything with yet.
We have a
because
Wait, I
TikTok?
think you followed me. Yeah.
This is
Sorry.
news of me hearing
Eli,
it.
Eli, you literally created it.
Did I? Is that
So
who
the last time before we were in quarantine, you were in my living room and you created TikTok. You created.
Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, it's on my account. My login expired. That's great.
But obviously, because of quarantine, we haven't posted anything because we
No,
were
that's
going to do
understandable.
videos together. But
There it is. I found it. There it is.
whatever.
Oh, wow. That's the
like
old logo.
too. Fancy.
He did make it up.
What?
Uh-oh. Was that a notification from Eli?
Yeah.
Whoop.
Might have followed.
I might have.
Andy and I, maybe, well, both of us for sure, don't know how the fuck TikTok works.
Oh, no, me either.
No. Sure don't.
But like,
no idea.
I don't get it because like when I like made the account or whatever, I just opened it up and immediately was like faced with like videos right in like
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
So yeah, it kind of just throws you right into the pot and the kettle. So here, I'm gonna pause you. Oh, sad video. No, stop. No sads. Okay, just gonna notification. It'll load. So this is like your profile button. That's to make a new video, and that's your homepage button.
Huh.
This is where all those videos just assault your face.
Okay.
So if you want them to stop doing that, that's one of the videos, and then like you can search there. This is where you get all your notifications, and then here's where you can just see your profile. And I'm on this page more when I'm on TikTok, but I need like a break or a pause. Just go to your page or your notifications. But yeah, the making the video part. Oh, trippy. Oh, oh, weird. Oh, no, go away. Angles.
I accidentally post a video of us recording a podcast.
Whoops.
Whoopsies.
But yeah, the making the video part, that's kind of tricky. Like, I had an incident yesterday where I did makeup and all this stuff after I did a pre-video where I was just regular, and it was going to be a transition where I changed to another character. And the problem is, if you save it as draft, you can't go back and film more. I learned that yesterday.
That seems really weird.
Uh-huh. So I get into makeup, and then I go to try and go back to record more, and no.
And no.
No.
What do you have to do? Just keep your phone open the whole time?
I guess so, and that's really, really dumb.
That is dumb. Like, so
It's
you
been
have to
like
like
that,
keep your phone on as you like paint your face and like.
and there's not enough time to do that. So like, if I knew that, I wouldn't have closed the app or save it as a draft. I would have kept it, and then I would have been able to go back and record more. But that's like, who's gonna remember that, you know? So it's like there's some things I'm like, you know.
Can you upload like videos that you've already taken too, or?
Yes. So you can actually do like a compilation thing. Like my friend just did one of her, who's so cute. There's so many cat videos on there. That's like all my For You pages, and I have no problems with that. But she like recorded she likes to record her cat and then send them to me because just cute and I love him. And she did a compilation video of all those videos, and you can pick and choose about up to 60 seconds, so about a minute long.
Okay. So like Instagram, you can.
Yeah, it's kind of like Instagram, but yeah, exactly. But a lot more for video than so much for pictures.
Absolutely. That's wild. So your experience with TikTok, has it been, what is that like? Is it good for the most part?
For the most part, it's been good. I've made a lot of good friends there. And something that even gets me, which I hate that it's gotten to me, because there's some that I've seen, I don't know, there's been like some drama and other things, and it's mostly just making people aware, because the problem is on that app, a lot of people will kind of get surprising fame. Like, it's hard to explain, but I've seen it in the year I've been on there where people just skyrocket.
Yeah.
And they don't know what to do, or they don't know how to present themselves in a way, or it's more like I don't want to say it gets to their head, but I've seen where like people just kind of be gone peasants kind of thing. Thankfully, not
Yeah.
everybody, but like when they get really big like that, they just don't have. They just it becomes their life. And I think if I wasn't working, if I didn't have the hobbies I did, and I just did nothing but TikTok,
Mhm.
I think I would also have more followers too.
Yeah.
But I've seen somebody who was at 2K when I met them 2 months ago, and they're now at 10K.
Okay.
Oh
And
wow.
but they also make like a crud ton of videos a day, and I'm like, if I get the chance to, I will try and do at least. I try to do at least 9 to 10 a day. I don't, or if I do put on makeup or anything like that, but
Okay.
I don't know. It's very finicky. What's it called? The algorithm. That's the other thing too. Is you got to combat
Okay.
is the algorithm. So I came onto this app as a way to express my cosplay hobby without going to a con, as well as
Okay.
playing around with the. I used to want to be an actress, a voice actor,
Mhm.
anything like that. I used to really want to, but Hollywood's full, so I'm not even gonna. No, not even gonna. But so it kind of gives that little window of just playing with facial interactions, playing with movement, playing with It's kind of a fun game too because of the audios you can pick from there. It's fun to like see, okay, how good can I match this my lip movements to this audio? Like it's just really fun. Like it's
Yeah.
become a game for me.
That's good.
Like
Yeah,
it.
you're really good at like matching the audio to like your lip movements and everything.
Oh,
Um,
thank you.
yeah, of course. How do you like so you because you do it in cosplay, usually you do it in like an outfit.
Yes.
How do you like choose which like audio dialogue to like go with that character?
There's I'm one of the most disorganized people when it comes to the audio selection. There's some people I know who save and save. There's like 200 drafts or something. I'm one of those where I hate having drafts. Like I see it as a
Okay.
notification, it pings, and you're like, I gotta clear that. I don't
Yeah.
know why. I feel the
It
same way.
pings when you have a draft.
No, but like it feels like a notification I gotta get rid of. Don't know
Oh,
how else
okay.
to
All
describe
Okay.
right.
it. So it just bothers me. So I try not to
Yeah.
have drafts, even though that saved a lot of people to finding audio. Because what I do is I'll throw it all on and go, okay, let's see if I can find some audio.
Okay.
And that
So just
It's
kind
like
of
a
random.
last step. Yeah.
it's
Okay.
half of the audios tend to be really random, or like the duets I'll see, I'll add them to my favorites, and then I just try to remember, okay, what was that one person I wanted to duet with? And, oh, gotcha. So like that's how they tend to go. Is I try to save the duets that I want to do, and then I'll try and save the audio that I find, but I never. I've been trying to work on it, but silly brains, like I don't like that. Make it go away.
How dare you be organized?
That's hilarious.
Oh my god.
Oh Lord, have
So,
mercy.
do you try to go like to conventions and things like that, or are you more of just like you'd rather not and just stay on like TikTok? I mean, I feel like you go to conventions, but for the audience that doesn't know you,
That's
like
true.
like
go
what do
to-
you what do you I guess the better question is what do you do to prep to go to conventions?
Okay. Well, that's so it depends on if you're going to a local one or if you're going to a faraway one. The only convention I was able to attend this year was KatsuCon in Maryland slash
Mhm.
Washington. I don't know. It's in Maryland, but people are like, "Oh, Washington." I'm like, "It's right next to it, but it's technically anyway." But I loved it. It was fun. It was ginormous. But prepping for that was fun. Um, the Thursday after so we landed Wednesday. Thursday we were there, and we were finishing the tattoos for my favorite character from Devil May Cry. Had a tattoo shirt that my friend and I made, and we just from I think 11 to 5. I think we're just slowly drawing on the tattoos,
Oh my gosh.
and then I wore it the rest of the weekend. It was great.
That's awesome.
But that was like one of the last minutes. I try not to be last minute. I like to prep everything, get everything. I'll have the suitcase out 2 weeks in advance, and as I like start packing, I'll pack slowly, and then I'll make a list and I just check off slowly. Like I don't want it to be a stress. So when you get there, you don't want to go, oh, I forgot my retainer, my toothbrush, my underwear, my all of that. But I
Yeah.
have my cosplays. I'm not saying from experience, but I've seen it. I'm like, I'm so
Oh, no,
sorry.
of
You did not
course
borrow my
not.
underwear. Hey, I'm pretty good. The only thing I've forgotten was my.
Oh no.
I can't
Oh,
help it.
that's crazy. So do you like group it all together in your suitcase? Like, so this is like
Yes.
the wig that I need and the shoes and the outfit and like just pack it away like
Yeah, I
one
try to
outfit at a time.
Yeah, I try to keep all of the outfits together, like all the pieces. So I tend to do all the shoes at the bottom of suitcase, and then wherever the shoes are at, I'll lay the costume on top, and I usually fold it, and then I do the wig on top. So it's just like pile, pile, pile. And I try to do it the same way, packing it back.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't always work, but I try. But it does help like keep everything organized, so then when you are packing it all away, you go, okay, this piece, I remember where you're at. I don't know why. It's just, I can be organized when I pack, but my life, no.
Nah, you don't need to be organized in your life.
Right.
So on average, like how many looks do you serve per con?
Average about 3.
Okay.
Again, some things depend, like there could be a seam rip, there could be a group that didn't happen last minute, there's a lot of things that happen. I try not to set things in stone, just because it does kind of end up, you get more disappointed if you just go with the flow. And I just go with the flow, man. Like there's some things I'm like, man, I wish I wore this at this day, but I'm glad I also did this because I also had good experiences then. And you know, it's just one of those things where you kind of can't put all your eggs in one basket, or else, yeah, you're gonna be disappointed.
Absolutely. So are all of your events for the year, are they canceled because of coronavirus?
More than likely. The one that I was planning on going to in August has yet to cancel, and I'm kind of waiting for it because my brain, I've already like expected everything to cancel.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm planning for KatsuCon next year, 2021, because there's a good chance that that'll be okay. But again, I also won't be surprised if that somehow.
Yeah,
it
all just kind of depends
also,
on how everything plays out.
Exactly. It's too soon to predict.
Right.
I love going to Ren Fair. I love going to Denver Pop Culture Con. I love going to Non-DesCon. But those two, the ones I listed, the later ones I listed, are like Denver Pop Culture Con moved to Thanksgiving weekend, which I'm like,
that's an interesting weekend to move
yeah.
that to, though.
Well, they were originally at 4th of July. So I was like, okay, so let's just change it for another holiday. And I'm assuming that was the only free weekend. So kind of like, I mean, thankfully I'll be home, but there's not going to be a lot of people who can go because they're out visiting family, but okay.
Right.
So I'm hoping by then things chill out, but I also won't be surprised if they don't. I wouldn't be surprised if they cancel. So I'm like, okay, last ditch effort, but it's too soon. It's too soon to like know, which sucks. But I'm glad I at least got to go to one this year. At least one. I'm okay with that. I'll take that. I'll take that.
Fulfilling the need.
That's a good attitude to have, especially with everything that's going on.
Oh, for sure. I remember I went to Comic-Con one year, and it was really cool, like seeing people like dressed up and things like that. And I was like, man, that looks so cool. Like I used to do like stage work and things like that. So I mean, I was very like super minimal, obviously compared to like how everyone dresses up and stuff. But I just saw people and I was like, damn, that looks really good. Like they spent time on that. It was crazy. And I think the only other one was like, what did I go to? I went to like a Walking Dead convention back when it was actually a good show. So.
Back when it was a good show. The shade of it all.
Wait. No,
and those are both in Philly, so it was, pretty high competition for just the best kind of a deal.
I think I know that the zombie con. I can't remember quite what it's called, and I'm terrible. But yeah,
I don't remember what it was called either. But
I'm right there with you on that, though.
Did you hear they're making a movie of that?
No, stop it.
A Walking Dead movie?
Yeah.
Stop.
We don't need that. We don't.
The world don't need that. What?
No.
Where's my fan?
Yeah, that's just a rumor that I heard. That
a rumor.
They're making a movie. I haven't seen confirmed sources, but I've heard it from multiple people.
Oh, they better not. That's awful.
That's hilarious.
More hilarious than anything. You're right.
So, beyond Pierce from Pokemon, are there any other characters that you are like dead set on wanting to create right now?
Let's go into my folder and see.
See, you're an organized queen.
Yeah, I was about to say it.
Yeah. Folders on your computer. I don't have that.
No, you don't. Your computer is whack.
Be kind to him. Oh my god.
Whack
Yeah.
attack.
Eli. No, I don't save anything in a specific folder. Everything's just in download or documents.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But to be fair,
do
it
I have to
doesn't
keep
really-
being kind
okay.
to him now, Don? Or
Okay. Okay. But to be fair, it doesn't give you the option all the time of where to save it. If you say save, it just sets it to like a default location and it just automatically saves it there.
That eye roll, Eli.
I know. I saw it. You shady queen.
There it is. No, that's not my fan. This is
Shady
my good
bitch.
fan.
Do you have a Latrice Royale fan that says the shade of it all?
No, I want it.
Oh.
No, the fan I have says daddy because my friends are funny.
Ugh.
But it makes the very satisfying clack. This one does not. It's too stiff.
Oh, okay. I have a drag queen fan that my dog is terrified of.
Yeah, see, it does not want to.
Yeah, does not want to play the game.
that looks
Yeah,
like a
that's
really good
fine.
fan. I too fan myself with a stick.
I mean, it works when you
There you
open
go.
it, but gosh,
Yeah.
it doesn't do the satisfying whack. The one I do have does, but
That's funny. I have a fan from a drag queen called, her name's Ginger Minge.
I love Ginger!
I love Ginger too. It says "They got me, gal" on
They
it.
got me, gal. Oh my god, I love her. Okay, I
That's
found
great.
it.
Yeah,
Nice.
I love that it says "Daddy." That is so funny.
So this joke came from a lot of my friends because I guess I quotation mark cosplay quotation mark daddy characters. I don't see it, but they do, so
Okay.
they're all like,
Okay.
"Okay, daddy," and I'm like,
That is
"Please don't
everything.
call me that."
I love that.
As long as it's a joke, I don't care. But it's also like, but no, I love this band. It's a really. I don't remember what. I think I got it at a con. I asked her if it was Dirt Squirrel, and she didn't. I think she said it was actually, which was the best
Nice.
clapping fans ever.
It is. Dirt Squirrel has fantastic fans, not sponsored.
See what you did there. Fantastic. Fan.
Oh, I didn't even mean for that. Oh,
You
I'm so funny. No,
That's even better.
I love that.
Wow.
Anyhow, I'm sorry. Oh yeah, question. So I'm answering it. Sorry, the white claw kind of hit me now. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Shut your mouth. So you're getting
All right, go on.
sip your white claw, sir. So I have actually, now that I'm looking at a lot of very I like a lot of weird obscure things now that I'm looking through my
Okay.
folder. I've currently been into a series called The Untamed,
Okay.
or it's also called or translated to Modao Zushi.
Okay.
I'm obsessed. It's on Netflix. Please give it a watch. But it's very intricate, very Chinese period costumes, and they're
Mhm.
and I made a few, but I want to keep going. So that's on there. I got Alistair from Hazbin Hotel I'm looking at. Yennefer from The Witcher 3, and I'm also eyeing her outfit from The Witcher show.
I loved your Witcher cosplay that
My
you did.
Geralt? Really? Oh,
Yeah.
heavens to Betsy. Oh,
It looked
that was-
it photographed well. I don't know how
Thank you.
comfortable it was, but it definitely photographed well.
There's
It
a reason
looked
why I
really-
sold that. It was like 5 to 7 layers of pleather. So it was
Oh God.
the
No.
Oh,
uniform,
jeez.
the shoulders, the breastplate, the pants with thigh-high parts that are made out of pleather. It was I wore it to Ren Fair once. I have no idea how I didn't die from heat stroke. Honest to God, no clue. Could not do it again today. I sold it. I'm glad I sold it. I kind of wish I didn't,
Yeah.
but I am planning on making the casual Witcher with the black shirt and the black pants from the Witcher show. I think it was the first episode we see him in that.
Okay.
It's just so much easier. And I'm also gonna see if I can have a second set made so my dad can be Geralt.
Nice.
He loves the show, so I'm like, you gotta be Geralt now. He's like, I don't know. I'm like,
Yeah, your dad is Wolverine. Like, your
he's the
dad,
captain.
every time that he does Wolverine, my mind is blown. Like, it is so freaking wild.
I'm so proud of him.
It is so
He's
crazy.
grown so much. He told
Like,
me too. He wished he got into it a lot sooner, and I'm just like, hey, you're into it now.
well,
He
then
loves it.
he did that. Didn't he do a
Greatest
cross
Showman,
between The Greatest Showman and Wolverine too?
the greatest Wolverine. He called it.
Love it. It was so good.
That's
It's
great.
it's
He had one of the
insanity.
flyers like pierced through his claws,
Mhm,
and it was a hit at Dragon Con. Like I loved it. He had so much fun because it was something he came up with on the spot. He was gonna
mhm.
do Wolverine one day, Greatest Showman the other, and then he kind of went, wait a minute. He just threw it together, and it was a hit. And I'm like,
That's awesome.
yee! He's a natural cosplayer. I swear. He's also like an engineer and an artist, so that's like the perfect brain for a
Mhm.
cosplayer. So he know what he doing.
Absolutely.
Love it.
That's awesome.
So
Do
I
you make a
guess
lot of? Oh, sorry.
go
Yeah, go
ahead,
ahead.
go ahead, go ahead. You're good.
Oh no. Do you make like a lot of friends when you go to cons?
It
Like, well,
uh
friends or like
more like con
acquaintances?
acquaintances, and some do
Yeah.
grow into friends. But
Mhm.
like, it's not a con if you don't get at least another 10 Facebook friend requests after.
Mhm.
I try to only accept the ones that I've met and had a good vibe from, but I won't lie, I've been tempted to just make a brand new Facebook, but I'm also like, it is, so I'm just dealing
Yeah.
with it. But yeah, half of it's like friends, the other half is just acquaintances. But I mean, as long as everyone's chill, I don't care.
Yeah.
And
I'm
it's a
not
great
creepy.
way to promote your work too. You know, show it
I
off at least.
I do have a cosplay page, but it doesn't really get that much traction. I also have the hardest time posting on there more, but I don't like to post too much on there unless it's like a photo shoot or streaming. And
Mhm.
sadly,
Mm-hmm.
both of those haven't been happening much lately.
Mhm.
So I'll post my makeup tests on my personal, but maybe I will start just posting tests on my
I mean,
page.
I think people would like to see that on a cosplay page, like makeup tests, like how you make the costumes and make the looks. That'd be interesting content for sure to view.
Okay, I think I might try that instead of doing it on my personal. I might throw because one of the things I've been trying to do more is I like to video or record me doing my makeup because I've
Hmm.
been asked by several people, how do you do this thing that you do all the time? How do you do this? And I'm just like, just watch my live 2 minutes and I'll show you. I'm like far from a professional. I don't like using a fan brush. They're too pointy. I like to use I don't know. I like to manipulate my brushes into the brushes I need instead of actually going out and getting the $12 brushes to make it work.
Fair. That
I,
gets
I'm
expensive after a while.
I just it does. I'm one of those where I'll go to the Nick Cosmetics section, which is like the cheaper makeup, and
Mhm.
hey, I could
Oh, bro,
probably use this.
you don't need to tell me about NYX Cosmetics. They sponsored, I think, like the first two seasons of
They
RuPaul's
did.
Drag Race,
Yes.
and I know people to this day, like even drag queens. Trixie Mattel, she loves some of NYX Cosmetics,
Oh,
like
good. Okay.
uh, products. It's kind of crazy.
Good. No, they don't have too bad products. There's some of it's a little too soft for some cosplay makeup, but I do like a lot of it just for to help with the contour and everything like that because so much contour. But no, they do have a good selection.
Awesome.
Nice. Well, I guess the last thing I guess that I have a question about is like obviously you make friends at like conventions and things like that, but what about just like directly through TikTok? Like
That's always weird. Oh
okay.
man, that's weird when that happens. So, I guess a good way to describe it is like I'll like interact with someone or I'll get invited to a Discord server and we'll be talking about like ideas and duet ideas and stuff. Like I'm actually currently just recently joined part of like my friend's little cast called the Technicolor Carnival. And I'm learning about it as I go, but it's been really neat so far. And we're all characters. We make our own characters, which is a little new for me to cosplay a character that's never been made.
Hmm.
But we create these characters based around the zodiac, and we're like circus acts
That's
and
cool.
we make TikToks and storylines and plot lines. Like people will make plot lines, and I have no clue how to do that. So if anything, I'm really excited to try something new, learn something, as well as just play around with the freedom of creating your own character. So I
Mhm.
got Pisces, though I'm a Taurus, but I'll make it work. But like there's some people on there. I was chatting with them like normal, and people were like, "Who's everyone's TikToks?" And I said who mine was, and people were like, "Oh, I know you." And then I'm like, who's yours? And then you tell me, and then my mouth drops, my heart stops, And I'm like, I've been talking to you like you're just an average Joe and you're this person and I adore your work and oh my God, I'm talking to you. And then they're like, oh dear God. And I'm like, I'm sorry. And
They're like booting her out of the room.
Right.
it's like
This
usually how it is.
stalker
It's
over
like,
here.
they're so, it's like it's just everybody who there and makes funny faces at their phones. That's like all we're here for. If you remove the follow count and the video count and everything like that, they're just average Joes and they're all chill and we're all nerds just trying to hang out and put on a crap ton of makeup and call it a day.
Have you had that happen to you where someone has been like obsessed with your content and then like realizes that like you two are talking or maybe like you acknowledge them and they started freaking out or something?
I don't think I've had it the other way around, but I did have it happen like twice when I went to Katsu. I was sitting dressed as a Bakio from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and I had, I think, a wine. I think it was a wine. I can't remember. I was drinking something at the bar there, and these two lovely people walked past, and I complimented the Astra. I swear I did. If I didn't, my brain is silly, but I swear I complimented the Astra, or at least them. And both of them looked at me, and I was like, wait. And then they went, wait. And then they said my name first. They went, Nightmare Loki? And I went,
Yeah.
That's awesome.
and then we talked for like 2 hours straight. It was like one of the biggest highlights of my con because they were just so chill and so cool. And I'm just like, it's like you got to be careful on stuff like that because there's bad people like everywhere you go. But
Right.
if you have like a good head on your shoulders and just stay away from creepy people, it's honestly really a fun way to like just geek out with other people who do the exact same thing you do.
Absolutely. I love
That's
it.
awesome.
It's been really fun. It's helped me a lot through this pandemic. I would be doing nothing with my cosplays if I didn't have that during the pandemic. So it's helped me out.
This is like the perfect time for you can truly practice anything that you want. Anything that you've ever thought about doing, you can just try it out. And
exactly.
nobody has to be the wiser. If you don't want to post a video about it and you don't like the way it looks, then ain't nobody gonna know.
It's true. It's true. Yeah. Except your family in the house.
True.
Yeah, but who cares?
Family can be shady sometimes, though.
Yeah.
I love walking out and scaring them. It's like my favorite part.
They're like, whoa, who is this person?
I'll warn them now. Like, I'll say, hey, is it okay if I grab a slice of pizza? I look a little weird. And they're like, okay, whatever. And I walked out in my red-haired character with the shark teeth and my red glasses on. And they didn't say anything. I was very I was waiting for it. I'm just like, ooh, pizza. And I walk back into my room.
They're just getting used to it at this point.
They are. I've been doing it since 2006. They better be used to it. Or I'll feel really bad.
Oh, man. Well, thank you so much, Don, for joining us today. We loved having you. You're so much fun. Definitely want to have you on again.
Yay!
If you didn't hate this experience so far.
Yeah.
No, the White Claw really helped.
Yeah,
Good.
I'm glad. Why do you think I drink one on every episode?
You're poor. Wait, really? Every episode?
Just about, yeah.
No.
Okay, I was gonna say I'm waiting for Andy's reaction. Okay.
Andy's a liar. Don't listen to him.
If he does, he keeps it covert. Because I don't know. Maybe I am pretty self-involved. Maybe I just don't notice.
And we've had John like twice too, and he's very distracting.
It's true.
He's very distracting. Do you mind if I ask how?
That deep, sexy radio voice that he does.
Yeah.
Really.
I'm literally gonna message John like in 2 minutes. Be like, John, what is with this voice that I'm hearing about? John.
Be careful, he might be asleep. That's all he does.
Oh shoot. Yeah, he goes in at like 10.
Yeah, but yeah, it was great having you on, learning all about the inside outs of TikTok and conventions and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, where can we find you? Where are the best spots to find you?
Social media.
So my Facebook page is Nightmare Loki Cosplay, and my Instagram is just at Nightmare Loki, as well as TikTok. So it's just Nightmare and then Loki all fused into one word.
Awesome.
Nice. And you can find me at Sticky Toaster on any of your social medias.
Yep, and you can find me at MVP Andy on Instagram. Twitter, you can find me at AndyWill33.
Yeah, and then make sure you follow the podcast. Any of your favorite listening podcast sources, Spotify, Apple, all that kind of good junk. Also visit the website, myvillagepodcast.com, and the YouTube is My Village Podcast, where you can watch this whole podcast live and see the woman behind the cosplay. And we'll see you next week.